Mission Diaries, take one. How's it going? Hope you're good. So I wanted to kind of create a vlog to document the journey from here on in. And these are not the type of vlogs that I used to do, where I used to film all my days of my life. This is kind of like talking about real life stuff, right? I'm just kind of talking about the journey, about what we're going through, about what we're trying to achieve. And I really hope that this will be beneficial for you to watch back, because I think sometimes when we listen to other people, we can take gold nuggets, insights, thought processes, mindsets, and just go, oh, yeah, but that makes sense, that I can use that. You might not even give a fuck. And you might switch off in a minute. Either way, it's a great way for me to be able to brain dump. So the last couple of months have been huge. And I'm just kind of put it out there. In February, I had a nightmare month, mental health wise. And what I realized I came up against was misalignment in my life. I didn't quite know what it was at the time. I drifted into misalignment, and everything felt flat. Not on a personal level, but on a professional level. Okay. Number one, I was getting really unmotivated within my career, my business. I was getting really sick of time wasters. I was really getting sick of people not showing up. And something had to really monumentally change. I was even having thoughts about, do I still want to mentor anymore? And that is quite sad, because I love mentoring. I love changing men's lives. I love helping them reconnect with their family. I love helping them manage their time better. I love them growing and doubling their business, right? I love all of that aspect. But the way that I was set up wasn't set up to win, wasn't set up for me to love my job. And when I write down what my mission is currently, my mission builder, is to build a business that I love. And in February, I didn't love it, okay? So I had to do something about that. And I went to a 3-day seminar. You may or may not have followed me back then, but I went to this seminar in London, and there was all of this energy, all of this stuff going on. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go and join their mastermind, you know. I'm going to go and learn. But I don't know what it was. Something held me back from finding the money to join that. But I did find this other guy. And he was coming off the back of running a 7-figure business in Dubai, having loads of staff. The business was very bloated. But the biggest thing that he realised was that he was disconnecting from his lovely family, his wife, his kids, because he was too busy trying to solve all of these problems. And I was like, I totally get that. And what he's done is he come home, he rebuilt, he's got a really clean, fresh business that he loves, and where he's gone back to offering huge amounts of value. And I was like, that is my guy. So I invested with this coach, and over the last 2 months, I've been able to realign myself, you know, with a lot of the fundamentals that he's taught. And this is where the birth of Mission Pro come along. Okay, so we have had this brand where we've been Remember the Mission, and we are Remember the Mission, but it's about becoming a pro at delivering your mission in life, whether you're a business owner, a leader, a father, and it's about going, how do we reach a very, very high level? All of the time. How do I create a community of people that show up, that make me fall in love with the business again? So I completed a whole new platform, a whole new program, a whole new marketing line, where now we only work with business owners, leaders, or high performers, right? People that can see the benefits of what we do, people that want to come into a community where they want to change their lives, where they want to upscale, where they want to get their priorities in order, where they want to be the king of their home. And where they can all look to disrupt their drift, find alignment, find their edge, build their mission, live their legacy, right? And through March, April, May, June, through all of this and building all of this, I have fallen back in love with my business. I'm spending more time delivering to my guys, and guys that want to receive the coaching that we are doing. We have people who are so keen, so driven, who are working hard to get their 100% in their accountability. They're moving through our mission command pathway, which is a 12-month pathway of taking guys through this process of a huge transformation, right? Because it takes 12 months to change. And through it all, I could slowly feel my passion and love coming back because lads are listening. And that then just changes my emotions and the way that I am when I'm at home. Because the way that we operate in our business tends to leak into our personal life, right? And the other commitment I made to myself is that through this project, I was going to train every single day, every fucking day. No bullshit excuses, whether it's jiu-jitsu, whether it's running, whether it's going to the gym. Then I was like, I need a challenge. So I'm going to sign up for the 100-mile run next year, which is going to be my 5th one. And I want that challenge. I want between now and next year to be challenged physically and mentally. I want to get back into competing in jiu-jitsu. You know, I want to keep up my cold tubs at 4:15 in the morning. I want to make sure that I am showing up and enjoying life along the way, rather than just coasting, right? And I always talk about this in my first book. The difference between living a life of fulfillment and not is being in 2 different boats. One boat has no sail, has no bearing, but it's just drifting in the middle of the Atlantic and it's going where the waves will take them, right? So you're kind of just surviving. And then the other boat is one that has a bearing on it, okay? It has a sail, and although the winds are still rough and the sea is still rough, you're navigating your way through it with purpose, on a path. You're on point. You're working towards something, right? Does that make sense? And that is what ultimately now I feel that I am doing. I feel like in February I was the boat with no sail, no bearing, whereas right now I feel like I'm on the boat with the sails, with the bearing, and maybe a bit of a fucking jet engine. So I almost want to do this in terms of doing an update, like maybe twice a month, just kind of talking about life, talking about, like, you know, what's important. And I have to say, the cost of over the last couple of months has been time at home. But I communicated that. Spoke to the wife, told the kids, told the big kids, just going all in on this for the next couple of months. I need to get it there, and then we'll be back to normal routine. And that is almost happening right now. I've got 2 weeks before we go on holiday. Big push before we go on holiday. And then when we come back, everything almost should be set up and we've got everything in place, and I feel much more aligned in it. Life feels different, and I'm not waking up with anxiety or dread or like, where are we going to go from here? I'm waking up with clients that want to show up. I'm waking up in a job that doesn't consume me or doesn't like slowly internally rot me. Do you know what I mean? And I feel alignment, and I think that's such a good, strong feeling to have as a man these days, is to feel that aligned. So I'd love to know your thoughts. Fucking hell, if you've got to the end of this, then I applaud you. I'm going to probably do another one. I might do another one just before I go to Canada at the end of the month, and just kind of keep this conversation flow going. It's just real talk. Do you know what I mean? But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the other side.